Good morning. So why do I look like shit and I'm on Facebook Live? Just keto update. Some of the people that are my friends are also trying keto, or some of them know that I'm trying a weird diet. They want to know how it's going. So, ketogenic diet basically is a very low carb, high fat diet. And I started doing it because I had high fasting blood glucose levels that were abnormal for me. So I'm trying to get my blood glucose down. The reason that I'm trying that is research led me to low carb, high fat, or ketogenic diets. So far I have lost weight. I think most of it's water weight. My blood sugars are coming down. I posted a graph of that a little while back. If you look on my page, they haven't come immediately back down, but I was scoring sometimes in the 130s or mid 120s, and lately I've been scoring like 105, 108, 103, 97. So it's down almost 20 points on my fasted blood glucose, which is what I was looking for. I ideally would like to keep going at least until I can get some normal scores, which would be between 60 and 100. So I score under 100 occasionally, but very rarely right now. So trying to control that blood glucose. The weight's down like 12 pounds since I started, but a lot of that's going to be water weight. For every gram of glycogen you drop 2 grams of water. It's a molecular truth of how that is stored inside the body. So there's no way around it. When you lose weight through keto, it's going to be 2/3 water weight for that first 2 weeks or so. I'm through all the tough parts. The keto flu is what they talk about. It's when you adapt from running on carbs to running on fat. You don't have enough energy. You have crashes. You don't sleep well. You can get sweats. You can get cramps. I really didn't get cramps. I did have sleep irregularities. I did feel the energy crashes a little bit. Like 28 days in now, I feel great. It doesn't bother me to be running off of fats. I don't feel real hungry in the morning. I don't feel real hungry at night. Usually hunger comes with some sort of sense that I could eat or haven't eaten recently, but it's not necessarily like that really craving food kind of feeling right now, so that's good. As far as what I eat, I haven't ventured into some of the gimmick stuff. I did make some fat bombs. They're generally gross. I don't believe in the bulletproof coffee thing that everybody's after, although I do have heavy whipping cream in my coffee instead of milk or creamer, and I find it has a little bit nuttier flavor, which I like anyways. So I've been enjoying heavy whipping cream in coffee when I have it. I don't have coffee every day. A lot of people on the bulletproof coffee shit, they do it every morning. I don't recommend that. I'm no nutrition expert, but that's an awful lot of empty calories. You're talking about 400 to 500 calorie coffee drink, and a lot of them are putting just coconut oil and MCT oil in there, which is nutritionally pretty empty. At least if you're using butter or cream, you're getting the benefits of the rounded nutritional profile of dairy. How does it work? You just keep the carbs down. Everything else is kind of bullshit. You keep your carbs down, you'll be okay. They say high fat. The reason for that is scientifically it can't be low carb, high protein. 220 grams of protein is all you can digest in a day. There are 4 calories per gram of protein. 220 calories of protein brings you to the levels of toxicity from urea and other things that your liver and kidneys can no longer process. You can only get 880 calories a day from your protein at the limit, at where you're probably going to experience symptoms from too much protein. Then, you know, if you're going low carb, you're going 20 carbs a day or 50 carbs a day at 4 grams a pop. That's 200 grams of carbohydrates a day. 200 grams of carbohydrates a day, 880 grams of protein a day would get you to 1080. Most of us need more calories than that. So that's why high fat, because your liver has a limit on protein and you can't do low carb, high protein. So why low carb? There seems to be a big problem with insulin resistance in the standard American diet. If you produce insulin too much, either because your diet was too carb heavy for too long, or because you eat for too many hours in the day, or in my case, probably both. And also there's insulin production tied to your weight. Hey, what's up? I actually don't know how to say your name, Don's cousin, Sengyur Mike Kiru? Totally don't speak Filipino. So I butchered your name. I can get Aguilo. Hey, cousin Aguilo. Um, so I'm glad you guys are stopping in. I'll upload this in high quality. You can always watch it later. I go live, and then you can see the video posted later. So what have I been eating? Avocados, tuna salad, a lot of savory beef cuts, chuck roast. London broil was on sale the other day. I usually broil it and then I slow cook it with some extra fats, maybe some bacon, maybe some butter, onions, garlic. That tends to be okay. Mustard's okay. You gotta stay away from like your barbecue sauces and stuff like that, but it really hasn't been as hard as a lot of people think it is as far as diets go. And the cravings are more like addictive cravings. Like, I certainly love potato chips and wish I could have some, but they're not cravings like I'm actually hungry. They're just psychologically, I know I enjoy chips and I wish I could have some. So the weight's coming off good. Supposedly in this diet now is when the weight's supposed to come off even easier. I would like to make 200 pounds so that I can take an amateur MMA fight at 225. We'll see if that happens. But mainly I'm doing it to control my blood sugars, and that's been going well so far. I've been figuring out how to eat on the diet pretty easily. So if you end up trying this diet and you need help, talk to me about some recipes and so forth. That's about it for today. I just wanted to tell you guys that my blood sugars are coming down, that the benefits of keto, the alertness, the less requirements for sleep, the mental clarity, consistent energy throughout the day, those are all there. So I would recommend keto in those ways. Would I recommend keto in other ways? If you don't have blood sugar insulin problems, like, it's an awful lot of foods you can't eat. It's certainly not fun not to have potatoes or carrots or bananas or lots of other things. You have to say bananas are delicious, so not having bananas is not fun. But to me, the diet's been worth it. It's been working. I've been managing it without too many cravings or too many problems. And the number one thing I can say for it is I've never been on a diet before where I didn't feel hungry and out of control all the time. And I feel like a lot of the times right now I'm coming up 800 or 1,000 calories short of what I'm allowed to have for the day, and I don't feel like making food. I mean, could eat, and sometimes I do go down and eat, but for the most part, I don't feel hungry enough to care, and so I don't even really want to make food. I feel fine. So that's wonderful to be able to not feel so food dependent, not feel hungry all the time. And I have confidence that the diet will eventually work as far as weight loss goes, because theoretically you have to calorie restrict, but the studies say that if you're eating low carbs, your hunger should work differently, your appetite will work differently, your satiation will work differently, and you will naturally eat less calories. I thought that was bullshit. But now that I'm here, it makes a ton of sense. I don't seem to want to eat as many calories in total or at all. So I'm running a calorie deficit pretty much every day. Yesterday, I was 750 calories short of my goal. So I ate 1,300 calories for the day, and I felt full. And that included me polishing off an entire bag of pork rinds. I mean, a 2.5 ounce bag, but still, like, that's not really a diet food typically. So that's how keto's going for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the update. Talk to you later.